If you haven't been paying attention to these small caps videos just because of the red days, then you really might want to pay attention to this video. What's up, guys? Rico here. Welcome back to Chibind Brothers. I have one of our, I would say, favorite stock that I've talked about way back, and it's back again. And this video, by the way, I just want to make it clear. I'm going to show you some of these small caps, some of these stocks that almost absolutely no one is really paying attention to it because of everything that's going on in the market. Just remember, yes, the overall market could be influenced by all the different catalysts from energy, the Russia-Ukraine, the Federal Reserves, and everything else, and the fear for inflation, the fear for going to a recession, all that stuff that's literally affecting the entire market. But there's always those little Trojan horses. There's always those little small caps that are trade opportunity. I would like to make sure I say this clear. Trade opportunity that almost nobody really pay attention to it. But here we're going to talk about how to take advantage of those. And sometimes how to be able to identify some of these things. But I'm not going to go into so many details. I'm just going to show you the opportunities like I always do. So let's dive right into it. As you can see right here on my screen, I've got ATER, ATER ticker symbol. For the last, I would say, couple of days, or at least this week, ATER has been growing. If we go back to all the way up to, I believe, Monday or Tuesday, as you guys can see on April 4th right here, that's when we took off. We took off from $2.50 all the way up to $4. And then we've been kind of playing around here sideways. As you can see, I'm going to make it bigger. We've been playing sideways for the next 3 candles, exactly around $4 and some change, sometimes below $3.50, and then back to $4. And then now today, as you can see, we are a little bit up to $4.50. Intraday, we went almost $5, but you can see exactly what's going on. So I'm sure it's been a lot of people have probably started looking at it. Usually most people get in too late anyway. But I want to mention something that I've mentioned before, which you can see already on my screen, some of these drawings that I've left back then. I had mentioned, I believe, almost a month ago, where we were exactly and why I thought and why I said, or at least I believe at that time, it was the bottom for us, because we had been at this level multiple times. And even back, you can see toward the end of January, this was another resistance level that we reached, but I mean support level that we were at. And then ever since back then, the market was going down and down and down. And you can see that we stayed around this level for a very long time, even though the market kept pushing for the last 3 to 4 weeks, pushing down before we actually had this rally last week, pushing down. But guess what? We stayed exactly around $2.50 on average for the entire time. I could say 4 weeks since March all the way up to now that we were able to get out of it. So that meant we were really at the bottom, and I believed it was the bottom because I could see it all the way back. If I'm putting back to where we used to be, even all the way up to 2020. And this is April of 2020, right after the crash of 2020, when we started literally picking back up. So you can see that this was the bottom. And I cautioned back then saying that do not be surprised if you see ATER starting taking off. All right. That's part of the chart. But before I add to that, I want to add something else here. The short interest, of course, all these small caps usually have to come with a short interest. The short interest in ATER, it's sitting around 37%. That's the official one, and that's according to Ortex. And we all know when we're talking about official, there is always what's going on behind it when we talk about dark pools. So it might even be higher than what we think it is. But that's really high for most shorted, stocks. But another important thing that I want to mention here by showing you this is an iborrowdesk.com. And it actually show you the cost to borrow, how much is actually costing these short sellers to borrow this stock. As of literally yesterday, as you can see, April, these are the dates right here, is that the cost to borrow is a 61.6%. That's almost 62%. The cost to borrow. It's really high. And do you know how many are actually available to borrow? 200. Literally 200. So that tells you that the utilization of this stock has been almost 100% in the last, few weeks, I would say. 100% utilization. It's really, really high. I mean, it's costing too much to borrow this stock. And when the interest, or at least when the short interest goes high, there is always a potential of what I'm about to say. And a potential, it doesn't have to be a big short squeeze, would I say, but it's always a trigger for what causes big rallies like this, that we went from $2 and some change all the way to $50. I'm just saying. So with that being said, here's the thing. Am I saying that we're going to go to $50 like we've seen here? Or when we're back here, we ran all the way up to $20. Am I saying we're going to go there? No one can tell you the real numbers, because when a stock short squeezes, nobody can tell you where it's going to stop. But the most important thing to know is it's going to move from the lowest, or at least the price that you see you see it the day of the squeeze, or at least before, when you get at the good deal. It means it's going to move in an upward direction. Exactly by how much, nobody knows, but you just have to have a plan for where you think your exit strategy should be. So adding to that, I want to show you if this that we've been seeing right here, it's an actual breakout. So in my opinion, it hasn't break out yet, because I know most people will say, well, we broke out already and you missed out. Yeah, you probably missed out to get a good deal, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we broke out of this trend and we're going into another trend. Why am I saying that? Here's why. When you look right here, you will see that I want to be able to draw this for you. You will realize that the reason we're still stuck right there is because we have reached resistance level. By resistance level, I mean you can see what I'm saying right here, what happened here, and then even the last 3 days that's been going on. Now, there's one important candle that I want to show everybody. Is today's, the one you're seeing on the screen right now, this one here. This candle seems to be opened above the resistance level, and it looks so far as if it will close above it. But to really be considered this to be a breakout, it has to be a very, very bullish pin bar. And so far, intraday, it does not look like a bullish pin bar. And so we cannot determine that if this is really breaking out. As of this moment, I cannot confirm if this is breaking out. All I can say is it is attempting to break out. So the next few days, which means next week, because today is already Friday, it's going to be crucial to see where we're going to be opening at and where we're going to be closing. And the next few candles are going to be very crucial to show us the next direction of ATER. If it's a really, truly breakout out of these range, this zone that we've been in for almost 4 months, then we should see much higher levels. Up to how much? I don't know. Is it $20? Is it $40? Is it $50? Like we used to be? I don't know that. But I'm saying upward direction equal opportunity for me. Exit strategy, everyone have their own exit strategy. You can get out at $10. You can get out at $8, at $9, at 15, at whatever it is. But you just keep watching the trend because the data is what really tell us where we're gonna go. And the exit strategy should always be based on the data, what you see, what the chart is telling you. So stop crying about looking at the stock market being red all the time. You should be looking for opportunities like this, and you should be scooping good companies that you believe into, the ones that you know. I'm not talking about specifically this one, even other companies that are becoming cheaper to buy even for the long term. But speaking of this one, let's watch the data because the data will tell us exactly what we need to know. And so before I end this video, I want to show you something else that I think is important. It's another one. I'm just going to cover it for like a minute or two that I think a lot of people forgot about it. It is PROG. Everybody remember PROG? Here we go. PROG right here is another one. And if you wanna see the similarities, that's why I want to show you this. You see, when I went back to when I was at ATER, I was showing you that I believe it was the bottom, but now look what's happening to PROG. All the way, you can see why this used to be. See that? So now, if we start from right here, because this is where I want to mention right here, it was back in January. It looked exactly like the same pattern that's happening with ATER right now. Since back in January, look at this level. Even though the market has been going down and down, and some stocks even reach lower level. But guess what? PROG, right here, right there, right there, right here. As you can see, even today, you could tell that it has reached the bottom. We can literally call this the bottom because you can see how many times for almost 4 months now, this has been the lowest level that we've witnessed in PROG. And we have not been able to go below it. Major support. Now, I want to show you something because those who probably missed out to see these type of patterns, you can see it now in here. Hold on. Actually, the true one is somewhere down here. Right here. So that's where it started. Boom. Now I think you can see it clearly. See this zone that I'm talking about here? We've been around for a very long time. These should tell you that these small caps, this is where they bottom at. And so now, you do not have to wait because if you look at the short interest in these ones, they have been increasing too, slowly but surely. And so when you take a look at stocks like this, small caps like this, opportunity, don't wait when you see it jump to $2 and $3, start jumping in. This is the time to start taking a look. Because these stocks, they always tend to jump big time. As you can see it, for what happened here, we jump all the way to 6. And before that, we've jumped, oh, this is big time. I need to put this lower. We've been higher and higher. If I keep going back, you can see how high we've been before. They tend to gap up big times almost all the time. And to be able to catch this type of bottom, you need to be able to pay attention to the details. And this is what I'm trying to show you. So this is an opportunity that I wanted to everybody to kind of see what's going on, trying to take advantage of the market, even when it's on the red days, and trying to take advantage of these type of small caps because they usually end up gapping up big times. That was it for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notification bell so you get video just like this one every single time we post them. We do have a Patreon account. There's going to be a link in the description below. Please don't forget, if you would like to support us, and you could go ahead and check out everything out there and choose a tier, whatever you think you could be supporting us every single month, and you can sign up. We would really appreciate it. And for another thing, if you like to trade in the stock market, we do have a link provided in the description below. From Webull, you can get up to 15 stocks free, both of us actually. And you can also go and use a link to Coinbase where you can get a $10 to use literally toward all your crypto trades, or you can use Public, and the link is still provided in the description below. And we still both going to get free stocks. Thank you again. As for me, as always, I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.